after you So Solid's gone through that change social media wise, you've put out the second albums. What are you doing after that now? Who else are you working with? What other artists are you working with?
After that, what happened, sis, was like, I started thinking about what's next. But remember, it's a small world for us back then from here to Scotland. Like, internet ain't come out yet. There's no YouTube. There's no... So, I was just trying to find my next few moves. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was like, "Bro, what's going to be next?" So, I formed a production company called Music Kids.
Right.
And it was via that. It was me, my brother, I didn't introduce another producer, and there was Swiss. Just trying to find our feet and way of how we're going to do this, you know what I mean? So I was orchestrating that.
Wasn't that around the times that we done the track with Swiss? This is our time?
Yeah, I produced that one.
This is our time. Did you produce that, yeah?
Yeah.
Sick.
And the other one with Cassius as well, Love Like This.
You produced Love Like This?
Yeah, man.
That was a nice track as well.
Yeah, big tune. You lot killed that.
I didn't know that.
I still remember when
Why did I think it was Paro that produced everything? Because he produced on the Rise.
I still remember when C...
He produced on the Rise, innit, Paro?
He was around C, and then C was like, "Blood, you got any beats?" And I remember I gave him a CD. Then he called me and he was like, "Blood, let me bless this one with the man." Then I said, "What, do your thing, man."
Love Like This, a big
tune.
tune.
The video was
Shout
cold.
out China and
Big
Cassius,
tune.
anyway.
Shout
Big up
out
China. The video was cold.
Video was cold. We went to Norway to film that.
Norway's like the coldest place on earth.
Music Kids.
We went to Norway.
We did painting music, but I was still, if I be honest, I didn't know what I was doing.
You done painting music as well, yeah?
That's Swiss's baby. That's Swiss's creation. I was just as his brethren, as his. I was side by side with him. Like, we did that from his grandma's house, writing down the titles, to coming out the ideas.
Is that the one with Cry?
With Cry Blood. Like, me and him would take that record to Deal Real in West End together as a record.
Did work experience there.
Deal Real. Shout out Vincent, Seth. I spoke to Vincent the other day as well, and Tony.
Only a couple days. But
brilliant, man. Deal Real was the truth. That was
straight.
where, to me, that introduced me to UK hip hop. Did you ever go do it? No, you was too...
I remember them times when we done the team with Swiss. Mega was in jail. Mega and MORGS. How was that?
Yeah.
Because they went jail for the
man.
M's. 3 MORGS till it's backwards.
Bro,
you get
man.
me?
That was sad again, man. That there still affects, man. Like, having not MORGS around. Do you know what I mean? Like, me and MORGS weren't necessarily like the best of, but that's still man's brethren. Like, and he's such an incredible soul. Like, so that still affects, man, to know that he's not home. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I just give thanks, and all his loved ones do as well, that he's still alive.
And still got his faculties.
And
he's still got his faculties. Remember, that's a big deal as well, you know. Cause man go mad, you know.
MORGS is the living sweet boy as well. Like,
I will lose their brain, fam, and he ain't lost his brain.
See MORGS, yeah. Special type of. I'll tell you something, yeah. He can't. Me and Ash went to go see him before lockdown.
Okay.
Right before lockdown, me and Ash went. And I remember we got to the visiting centre, Swellside.
Swelly.
Yeah, got to Swellside now. And I've seen him there a few times already. So anyway, this time me and Ash have gone. So boom, me and Ash drove down there. And I remember going into the visiting centre and they were like, "No, you got to go for the other one." But I was like, "And I got a hat as well." I had my Elo and Don hat. And then they were like, "No, go to the other side." So me and Ash are thinking, what's going on? Why we got... But we're kicking up a stink now. We're the two wrong guys together. So anyway, we went to the other... Fam, they brought man through the other door where the govs and that go.
And that, yeah.
We ended up on the landing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, then we ended up in MORGS' cell.
No.
Yeah, but what I'm sharing is that that's how much of a special guy he is. Like,
they allowed him that.
Wow.
They allowed him that. Me and Ash didn't even know. But we're going through, and I'm like, hold on.
This don't feel...
We're on the landing, Ash. No, this is where
He's
man
got
clocked.
It governed. He
See,
must have
see
it
when
governed.
we're going through the visiting hall, we're passing all the prisoners. So it's a tight little alley. They're going on their visit. But me and Ash are cutting through. And respectfully, they know Ash. They don't know me.
Yeah.
So they're all like, Ash D. But we're cutting through the little alley bit while they're going on their visits. So then, yeah, they brought us into his cell, man.
He can't believe they bring 2 man and not his girl. I hope they do that when his girl comes up.
I think seeing your brothers at that moment.
No, but I hope they do that when his girl comes up. Get me? Don't be bringing 2 man to my soul.
MORGS is blessed, man.
Yeah,
he's such a blessed soul, man. Like, and again, I share that sharing that story to the strength that boy has. Like,
yeah.
Me and Ash were stunned, and we got to spend wicked time with him, and
That's
yeah,
a beautiful
it was a
thing.
blessing. Yeah, it was beautiful, man. Spending that
And
time.
everyone
with Ash.
that crosses paths with him in jail got good things to say about.
He's
Morgs.
positive. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Morgs is so positive, and even the other inmates. I saw some youngers in it. To your point, Spray, like they were bigging him up to me. Like, do you know how much one of them touched, like really like heartfelt. He had said to me that he had said to me that he's grown up to learn to be a man in Swellside.
Wow.
But he said Morgs has helped him guide him. That's Morgan through and through. Like that's Morgs through and through. He's helped so many youngers
tough,
in his
man.
own family, and
It's tough, man. Free Toner as well. I was chatting to Toner the other day. He was with one of the young
free
bucks
him, man.
around him, and he was like, he got life off at 15. Kind of like what Blake's saying. Enough of them got their keys thrown away so young, you know.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
So like,
you do the crime, gotta be prepared to do the time.
but I think there's got to be some sort of system in place where, despite the time they've given you, you as a person, if you can show you've reflected or
Remorse and
remorse, then do you know what I mean? Like, and not to say as well that
rehabilitation.
there is a lot of complex to Morgs' case. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying in general, like, man, them like there should be a system in place where they can have after a certain amount of time to be that you reflected.
Yeah, no, but I just feel like what a judge is for as well and all this, like, you should be able to look at every case separately as well.
That's what I mean.
Not just blanket every case.
Yeah.
Because that's what I feel a lot of men get blanketed, innit?
Yeah.
When if you look at each case separately, you can see certain factors or...
But I guess as
Do you
well,
get what I'm trying to say?
you know what is Morgs, Spray. Like, we got to be mindful as well, because at the same time there is victims as well.
Yeah,
do you
of
know
course,
what I mean? So
of course.
I'm respectfully paying attention to that as well.
Of course.
But I just still think, like, I can only speak on Morgs. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's such a heartfelt person. Like, it still cuts, man, to this day. We might not speak all the time, but amongst man's peers and brethren, his name comes up all the time. All the time, man.
Bruv, I think even when I had the interview with Megs, we spoke on that, you know, and we spoke about it and we shed light on the fact, you know, like Free Morgs and his cousin that he's called Do Road. He's got a little cousin.
Morgs has got enough family, man.
No, but he's actually doing things in the music.
Right,
He
okay,
contacted,
big him up, man.
Big him up, you get me? And he contacted, man. He was quite emotional about it.
I can
Do
imagine.
you get what I'm trying to say? But he was like, look, that's my big cousin. I look up to. You get what I'm saying? Even in his family, he's got. Do you know what I mean? He's got man that.
100%.
You know what I mean? They're not happy where
One
he
of the
is.
section boys as well as his family.